So hi, Well the Noise podcast with Leon C. We're gonna ask him some questions today. I'm gonna start. So what inspired you to start making music?
Oh, blimey. Um, a little bit of lack of self-confidence mixed with a discovery of Bob Dylan.
Oh,
Hmm.
Um, got everything going really. So I remember that if we go right back, we got a thing called sixth form, right? Which
Mhm.
is 18 to 20, 16 to 18. God, I'm so old now. And we used to, I used to sort of sit there after a bit of, so I went to there separately from secondary school, which isn't really normal in the UK. And I sort of met a new group of friends who were all as weird as me, and we were sort of chilling out. And started like realizing I have friends, and I started building up some confidence. And I used to just play like covers of songs to myself in my bedroom, and I sent them to a few friends. They were like, "Yeah, these are cool," and I was like, "Okay, I was right. I do like them as well." So
Mhm.
then I started listening to Bob Dylan, got into all of that poetic stuff, and now I'm here writing more songs.
all right.
Wonderful. It's quite a journey. All right, solid. So congrats on your EP, The Eulogist, or upcoming EP. How do you
Mm.
feel about the response to it so far to the people you've shown it to, since at the time of recording it isn't out yet?
It's been nice. It's an emotionally draining thing to release, considering
Mm-hmm.
its topics. So at this point we record it, we're just about to release Lady of June on Saturday. The press stuff hasn't been the biggest it could be. Um, I'm not too fussed, but my friends like it. I like it. My mum likes it. It's all good.
The
Good,
mom
good.
liking it is all you need.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Seal of approval.
So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this EP?
Hmm. So the EP is across sort of 3 years of work. Um, so we finished my first album, Please, in 2018 and released that. And there were like a few songs in the process of writing that sort of didn't quite make the EP, but were written around a similar time. One of the songs was Robin Grove Way, and that sort of was on the live set for until from 2018 till now, so 2 years. And it just sort of sat there, and I was like, I'm going to record it, I'm going to record it, I'm going to record it. Then I went and recorded another EP that's coming out later at Abbey Road, and we never got round to recording Robin Grove Way. So that sort of sat there, and I never like fully understood what it meant when I'd written it. I just knew it was a song. It had several characters, it had a few topics in it, um, but I never could quite link a good meaning to it. And then I wrote Lady of June last year during exams, and feeling really awful about everything. And then that was like a tick there. And then Birds was written about 2 weeks after my father passing away, with Song for My Dog then being written during lockdown, and of course spending a lot of time with my dog. The songwriting process within those tends to just be like sit down, feel something, write about the feeling and the reason that feeling exists, and then tackle it that way poetically with a riff normally comes first, and then I can put lyrics on to put that. But most surprisingly, for this EP was the way that none of the songs were written anywhere near each other. There's like at
Hmm.
least months between them, even years, obviously with Robin Grove Way, Lady of June, and then Birds, and the Song for My Dog being written together. So what I didn't realize as well was when writing this as a concept EP, I didn't know I was writing it basically for most of the time until we sat down and started listing these songs together.
Mm.
And in essence, it started to show this story of like a preparation and understanding of grief before the big moment hit me in my life, and sort of the way grief works, and it's strange and sort of very soothing but painful ways, I suppose.
Oh,
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So you already went into this question a little bit, but if you want to, you could go a bit deeper. Where was your headspace while creating this EP? Even though it was
So
stretched out to like 3 years, but overall.
yeah. So I mean, across that time, I, I've lost naivety, I'd hope, and gained some wisdom. So I think there is some some change in songwriting through the EP because of that. Generally, my mental health has improved as well. So the time around Robin Grove Way is very different to the time around Lady of June, for example. But I think generally when we were making it as a band, there was like, it was very strange. Lockdown was hard. I was me and my mum at home. We hadn't lived together properly for 2 years because I'd been at university, and I had nothing to do during lockdown. And there was an overarching feeling of missing my dad. And it was sort of, it was 6 months after he passed away, and I didn't know what to do with myself. And I was thinking about him way more than I was, when I was back at university before all the lockdown stuff started over here. So it was almost I remember it very well as like the EP being recorded over 2 months. And like we did scratch guitar and vocals, then guitar, vocals, bass, drums, all of that stuff. And I remember those days working and getting all the band's bits together, because we just did it all wirelessly and sent through bits and then put it together, sent it off to the producer.
Cool.
It was really blissful, because I got to, as compared to other records where I don't get to see the record, the record coming together so quick. But every time I got a new track in from a bandmate, I would be able to just jump into Audacity, do like a quick mix to me, and go, "This is nice." And then I could really like go back to them and say, "What about this?" And I think for one of the songs, for Robin Grove Way, we tried so many different types of keys to just like, until we realized we don't need any of them. But there was that creativity, there was that like piece, and at the end of the day it was really nice, because I was almost still engaging with my father through the songs and through the writing. And one of the things he said was that Please wasn't quite for him, and he didn't feel it to be very organic, which is fair enough, it was all MIDI. But when I realized what we created here, there was like this point in my head when we finished it, when I was like, this is exactly what he'd wanted. So I felt really peaceful during that time, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
That's good.
So what band or artist influences do you think you can hear the most on this EP?
It's really hard to say. I can't lock my music into anything. There's names I've had thrown at me, the likes being Johnny Flynn, who I have never listened to in my life, which is a regular one. Morrissey, because of my voice, which I am slightly offended by, because I'm not a fascist. And who else? And then there's the ones I like, who I think or wish I had influencing my music. So Mark Knopfler, Bob Dylan, Simon and Garfunkel, Kevin Morby, and the Lumineers. So I suppose that's the best way to put into it. But especially in this record, it screams Kevin Morby, with the saxophone, the keys, the drums, and all of that lot. And definitely have taken a lot from him, especially in this record, I think.
Definitely. Solid. All right. I like that. So this one should go like super, super fast. I want you to describe this EP in 3 words, off the top of your head, as fast as you can.
Grief, love, and pain.
Wow. I like that one. Grief, love, and pain. That's good. That's a good one.
So keeping
that was
along,
on the spot. That was so hard. I wanted to like censor it so bad. I couldn't. Like saying pain about a record is like the worst advertising campaign in the world.
some people want to feel that pain, though.
Exactly. Some people need to get it out, you know?
That's true. That's true.
So keeping along on that same topic, is there a certain feeling you want listeners to have while listening to the EP?
No.
No?
No, because I wrote these songs about my grief. But that's my feeling. And they will listen to it, and you will have listened to it, and you will have felt your own emotions about the songs too. So like whenever I go into writing a song, I always think I try and just write it for how I want to feel about it, how I feel in the time. But I have never tried to control other people's emotions to a T where I can say exactly what I want you to feel. Do you know what I mean? I don't think
Yeah.
it's sort of possible to do so.
Okay, I get that.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, you literally haven't even dropped this EP yet.
Still like 2 months out at the time.
Yeah,
recording.
there's still a good bit of time. But are you working on anything new? Another EP, album, singles?
So we've got this one that we recorded at Abbey Road in London, which was a very exciting opportunity because we had Pink Floyd and Beatles had recorded there in past history.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a 6-track EP that my band and another producer who's also a long-term friend of mine have worked on. And it was quite funny as well, of course, because the timing that it took to create the EP over lockdown was much faster. So we have actually pushed a later EP to release before an EP that was recorded even before that.
Oh my god.
That's going to come out later. So this is coming out later. This is in the mixing and mastering stage, so it's very late for that. Creatively, though, I think this year is going to be a break after making 2 EPs. I've got a set of songs. I'm hoping to write some more songs, and I'm hoping to carve out enough songs for an album. In 2021 or definitely not 2021. Maybe 2021. Most likely 2022.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Exciting.
So where do you see this project in 5 years?
Done.
Oh.
I'd hope.
Oh.
Well,
No.
do you mean the Eulogist or Leon C?
Your project as a whole.
Your project. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
No.
Okay, good. I was
I was gonna say, I'm like, oh,
so
you're just gonna
sad.
hang it up after the album. We're done. 2022. That's
God.
it.
2022 finished.
Oh my word! No, definitely not. That would be awful. This is a question I haven't been asked before. And one of those ones that you think about a lot in your head. It's very hard to say because I spent 3 years desperately grappling and scratching for a career and not knowing what I was doing. And all I could think in my head was, I want a career, I want to do tours, I want to make this my job. Blah, 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 blah. And now I'm like, I've got a steady job. I'm going to do my final year of university after this. I'm just going to see. I don't want to predict it because I think like as long as all I want to be is happy making music and not being ripped off. And as long as we're there, I'm quite happy with that.
Oh, okay. I really like that one. Just whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
I tried delivering this question different, and clearly it just didn't hit. So
It's all right, man. Don't stress.
trying things
Don't
out around
stress.
here.
No, I was thinking. I was here thinking. You know, like the Eulogist in this 5-song EP, 5 years time.
Yeah, it's gonna be long gone, lost on the
No more
internet
stuff on
somewhere.
that EP. Yeah. Oh, all right. So for the last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you.
Mm-hmm.
Sick. Death row it is. So, if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Wow. 2 days ago, me and my friends, my flatmates, were talking about this.
Are you serious?
I'm absolutely serious.
Oh my god.
Do you know how much their spending cap is, so I can make this accurate, or are we going to say
Just-
unlimited money?
Unlimited money. Go crazy.
We haven't thought that much about this.
I didn't know that they had a spending.
They have a spending cap. It's
They
really
do.
sad. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So I would say like, there's so much food, isn't there? This is the
Mhm.
problem. There's so much food. So like, imagine a shepherd's pie. Do you know what shepherd's
Okay.
pie is?
Of course.
Cupcake sized.
Okay.
right?
All right. Yeah.
and
yeah.
then like steak and kidney pie, cupcake size. I want to get all of this like good stuff in me, but I don't want to fill up. I want the flavors, right?
Yeah, you still want to be able to enjoy it, but not be like, oh my god.
Exactly. Yeah. Like maybe a small cut of steak. I'm really sorry if you're a fan of mine and you're a vegetarian and you're listening to this. This is heartbreaking. Maybe then like a bit of fast food.
Mhm.
So fried chicken would be really nice. Some chips from one of our. All my friends are going to scold me for this. We've got a really like not nice greasy takeaway called Big John's in Birmingham, which I really like their food from. And then I think I'd have maybe like a roast chicken and some parsnips and carrots, and just to go with that. And then if that doesn't kill me, they can.
All right,
Alright.
solid. Do you have a drink to go with all that food?
Big like stein of beer.
All right.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Wash it all down.
Yeah.
Solid.
Wash it all down.
So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Star Wars.
I didn't even
Yeah,
finish the goddamn
Rebel-
question.
Yeah. Rebel, Jedi, or Sith, though? Like,
Mercenary.
mercenary.
Like
Ooh.
Han Solo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Taste.
You
That'd be
get-
pretty cool.
You get the relationships,
Mm-hmm.
blasters,
Mm-hmm.
the scumbags,
Mm-hmm.
the good guys, and the Empire, and you might get caught for dealing drugs.
It's a win,
Win-win-win.
honestly. Man, we haven't gotten that one yet. Good job. Good job. Going out of the box. Sick. So I have the honor of asking the last question, and every single person we've spoken to has said it's the most important question.
Okay,
What's your favorite color?
blue.
Specific shade?
No.
No?
Just
No,
blue.
heart emoji.
Blue. Okay, yeah, you heard the heart emoji, right?
like you know, just like the blue,
Yeah,
like the blue everyone like thinks about when
Yeah.
they think of blue. That blue.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Solid.
good,
Uh,
good.
So as Glory said, that is all the questions we have today. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
My EP is
Mm.
out on the 20 is either out now or out on the 26th of December, Boxing Day. And hopefully there's some interesting things going on around the time of this. If I'm doing a live stream, come to my live stream. And feel free to follow the links to my pages if the good people of this podcast put them up.
I will.
Mhm.
They're always in the description.
Amazing.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us. This has been Leon C. and we're the Good Noise Podcast.